In this video, I will talk about sending lesson activities to students via snowflake.live. As a teacher, you can send activities as practice assignments or gradable assessments to your students. Begin by creating a class. From the top menu in snowflake.live, select Class, and then Manage Students. Here, you can create a new class of students or edit an existing one. To create a new class, you can either import a file directly from Google Classroom or from your computer as a CSV file. You can also enter the students one by one by clicking on Create a New Class. Type in the name for your class. Then start adding your students to it. You can either type in their names and emails, import a class from Google Classroom, or if you have a list with students' emails, by selecting I have a list of students and pasting the list into the text field. If you add the students one by one, type their names in the text field and press Add. A pop-up window will appear where you can add the student's email if they have one. If they do not have email, press Student has no email. Please make sure you have permission to add students according to NUITEQ's Terms of Service. Then select the permission box. When you are done, click on the Add Student icon. If you have entered an email address for your student, an email will be sent to them with instructions on how to start using snowflake.live. Otherwise, a pop-up will appear with the student's username and password. Please write these down and hand them out to your students, or select Download CSV to save the information as a CSV file on your computer. Once you have finished adding your students to the classroom, you can start sending them lesson activities as practice assignments or gradable assessments. Go to the lesson you wish to send, click on the menu, and then select Send to Student. In the next screen, you will be able to select a class and then choose which students to send the lesson to. Here you can also set a due date when the students should have completed the activity, as well as when to send the activity. By clicking on Gradable Assessment, you can also set percentage cutoffs that determine whether a student meets the expectations for the assessment. Click on Send the assignment once you are done. You also have the option to send a message to some or all of your students by first selecting the class and then the students you wish to contact, and finally by clicking on the Send Message button. To see how your students have performed, click on Class and Review Progress. Here you can see an overview of the classes you have created. Clicking on one, you will be able to see how well the class in general and each student in particular has performed. If this was a gradable assessment type activity, clicking on the student's name will also display an item-level analysis of the student's answers, as well as whether the student meets the expectations you have set. Here, you can also give your students feedback in 3 different ways: in writing, by recording audio, or by recording video. You also have the option to export the class results as a CSV file by clicking on the Export Results button. A printable PDF version of the data is also available.